Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jason Pape. I'm here to clarify this whole ibuprofen Tylenol thing with coronavirus. So a lot of people have been hearing that ibuprofen can make this worse and that you should take Tylenol instead. Now, while ibuprofen may make this worse, taking Tylenol is a big mistake as it can make this even worse than ibuprofen would. And let me explain. So first of all, I've been getting inundated with this little clip from a guy who has a podcast called Garage Logic. And this is some dude with no medical background sitting in his garage in Minnesota and quoting pseudo research saying, hey, I have a friend who's a doctor and he's telling me that they're checking these people who died from coronavirus and a good many of them are dying, have ibuprofen in the blood. And the people who recovered were checking and they don't have ibuprofen. Just so you know, this is not science. This is anecdotal hearsay. First of all, it's not from the actual person who did it, the research, and it's not real research. Okay? That doesn't mean ibuprofen can't be a factor here. Ibuprofen has been shown to impair immune function. So we don't want to add it in if we don't need to. All right? Here's the thing. They're telling everyone to take Tylenol. This guy also said in this podcast that it's 10 times as likely to kill you if you're using ibuprofen or a worse outcome. That's not true. There's no fact there. Basically, the health minister of France came out and said that we're finding that ibuprofen and cortisone is making people's outcomes not as good, so use Tylenol. But they didn't check to see how many people died who had Tylenol in their system. They didn't check to see how many people who recovered had ibuprofen in the system, all the people, all right, or Tylenol one way or the other. You can't make these kinds of statements. Here's the thing. When you look at the research, peer-reviewed research, ibuprofen and Tylenol, as well as other NSAIDs, have been shown to impair immune function. They're all going to impair your immune function. Nothing you want to do when you have a virus like this. Second, what these other don't do, that this does specifically, is it Tylenol, acetaminophen, paracetamol, whatever you want to call it, flushes something called glutathione out of your body. Glutathione is the master antioxidant, is the most important antioxidant in your body and your brain. Why is this important? Because this disease, the coronavirus, creates a lot of reactive oxygen species, also known as free radicals. Those free radicals damage cells, they damage your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, all right? And that damage, as well as the reactive oxygen species themselves, feed the cytokine storm, okay? Which is a big way that this virus hurts people the most, the way it clogs up all those lungs with gunk. This thing is virulence is because of the cytokine storm it creates. So Tylenol will actually trigger this thing to be worse by taking away your protection from reactive oxygen species, triggering more cytokine storm. It also, in its elimination from the body, creates something called NAPQIs. These are also known as DAMPs, okay? Damage-associated molecular patterns. These types of things also trigger the cytokine storm. So increase reactive oxygen species with Tylenol, because you're taking away the protection, and increase DAMPs. That the two things feed something called the NLRP3 inflammasome, which leads to cytokine storm, which is how this thing does its damage. So what I'm telling you is, stay away from ibuprofen. Yes, it's going to be better for your immune system against this virus. But adding Tylenol is not a better alternative. If anything, because it also affects your immune system negatively, and what it can do to drive the cytokine storm the other way is not good. Especially from what I'm hearing they're doing is using high dose and high constant levels, which can eventually lead to acute liver failure. Guys, Tylenol is not the answer. Please spread this quick little video because there's so much bad stuff going on, and to spread it the way this guy's doing, like his Garage Logic and other people, this is hearsay, anecdotal evidence, and it's irresponsible. Irresponsible to send this kind of information out. So please spread this information. This is all resource driven. Okay? I'm trying to help as many people as I can help make this viral. All right? Dr. Ketone out.